I made a video on how I don't believe Christ the Redeemer should be one of the 7 wonders of the world, and one of the comments I kept getting was what my 7 would be. So whilst I'm telling you what my 7 would be, comment below what your 7 would be. And I've got 2 rules. The first is it has to be pre-industrial, so before maybe the 1700s, because otherwise if we could replicate it with the technology we have today, it's not really that wonderful. Second, it can't be a religious symbol. Now, it can have a religious use, so it can be a temple or a tomb, but it can't be the symbol of that religion, so it couldn't be the Buddha, for example. Now, I'm going to throw in a couple more caveats. The first is I'm not including the pyramids of Giza. I consider them the wonder of all wonders, so they get their own special place. And the second thing is anything that's already on the wonders of the world list or the ancient wonders, I'm not including. My list is completely new. Oh, and I'm going to try and represent all the major regions, all the continents what on my list. Starting with the youngest on the list is Shibam in the Middle East in Yemen. It's around 500 years old, and it is the first town ever to be made of skyscrapers. It's the first skyscrapers ever made, around 12 stories high. Second, we're going to Rapa Nui, and it's a Moai head. This represents Oceania, and they're also around 500 years old. Third, we're going to probably the most commented place on the last video, and that is Angkor Wat in Cambodia, Asia, and that is around 900 years old. Fourth, we're going to the pyramids of Meroe in Sudan, Africa, and they're around 2,300 years old, and there's about 200 pyramids just sprawling across the desert. Fifth, we're in North America, and Mexico gets to keep its wonder of the world status, but this time with Teotihuacan, which is around 2,500 years old. Now, number 6, we're in South America, and again Peru, they get to keep their wonder of the world status because they've got the Nazca lines, which are around 2,800 years old. Finally, number 7, the oldest on the list, older than the pyramids of Giza. We're in Europe and we're in the UK, and that's Stonehenge. I did say this, I think this is underwhelming in person, but the story behind it and how old it is, maybe end up picking it in the end. Anyway, I'm going to do a detailed breakdown of each one with its own individual video explaining why I think they're on there, the history about them, and what makes them so interesting.